I never heard the full ending of that song.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Yeah.
how it plays out. Thank you for respecting it. We get the full song right there.
You know, we need to respect the music. Please don't stop the music.
Don't step on the music either.
It is almost 7 o'clock, but we're on early. Our 7 a.m. social is on. If you want to join us, we are live streaming the show right now. We are live on YouTube and we are also live on our Facebook page. Just search for Mercedes in the Morning. On the air, off the air, all of it is happening right now. We'd love for you to join us. So check it out. Again, YouTube and Facebook.
Could you do CPR? Do you know how to do CPR?
I have been trained in it. I got my certificate.
Oh, wow.
I am nervous to do it though. I just hope I'm never in a situation where I have to do it, but I think I could do it. I know I could do it. I know how to do it, but I've never done it.
Yeah, hopefully if you do, it's a skill you want to have, but never have to use that skill. And has anyone ever had to do CPR on someone or saved a life? Because we have a friend in this situation. And now because of this, Laura has signed up for CPR classes and she wants me to join her. And I probably, that's something I should know how to do, is how to do CPR. We have a friend of ours that we know through the horse community, and she was outside San Diego last weekend for this horse retreat that she does. And they set up in this campground, and she was telling us a story that they were in their trailer and they heard this just screaming, just like, help me. And they go running out, and there's an older woman, and she said like 65 or so, and she had a heart attack, and she was lying on the ground, intense details, but like foaming at the mouth, and was just in a super bad way. And our friend knows CPR and started to administer CPR, and she did it for 15 minutes, and she wasn't getting a pulse, but she didn't stop. She kept doing it. And that's finally when the ambulance arrived, and they brought the what do they call it? I don't know, it's the things that the electric shock things. What are they called?
The EKG?
Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
Those things. They brought those out and shocked the woman, and they got a pulse back. And this lady is still in the hospital. She's going to survive, but our friend saved this woman's life by doing CPR for 15 minutes on her nonstop.
Those are defibrillators, by the way.
Yeah,
Not EKG. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So she saved a life.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean that's got to make you feel good, but that's also got to be nerve wracking to have someone's life in your hands.
Well, she's Laura saw her in person yesterday, and she's still like traumatized from the event. Like it was just the woman was in a bad way, and things were going on. It was just so intense, and she said too, I didn't realize I was doing it for 15 minutes because time stands still when you're doing it. You're so focused on doing CPR. She thought, I thought maybe I did it for a couple of minutes, but then when the ambulance came up and we realized I was administering for 15 minutes, she ended up breaking the lady's rib during CPR, but the lady's alive. So
a broken rib versus being dead. I'll take it.
Exactly.
Wow, that's crazy. Have you ever saved a life?
I can't say, not that I know of.
Me neither.
Not that I know of.
I mean, if you have the ability to, that's one thing. But yeah, I've never been in a situation. There was a time we got a little shook up because I was sitting on the couch with my baby brother, and he was a baby, literally at that point. He was probably like, I'd say less than a year. It was months, and he was sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I hear him go, and I look at him because he was just laying there, and his face started to turn blue. Like I've never seen a human being's face turn blue. It was just insane. And I screamed. I was like, Mom, she was in the other room. And I pick him up and I didn't know what to do. And I was like hitting his back. I'm like, something's wrong. And she's like, get in the car. So she grabbed him. I went in there with her. Obviously I was too young to drive. We took him it wasn't the ER. We took him directly to like his pediatrician's office and just showed up there. And they're like, and at that point, he got color back in his face. I don't know if he had something in his throat or what, but we got him there. And I was kind of annoyed because, and I know my mom was very annoyed because the doctor, they take us back right away. And we're like, he turned blue. We don't know what happened. He's like, well, he looks fine now. We're like, yeah, but he was blue about 5 minutes ago. Could you help? And he was like, just so not interested. He's like, well, if he's fine, if anything else happens, let us know. We're like, could you look in his mouth? Could you take his, blood pressure or something? And finally, my mom is like, you need to check him out to make sure that he's okay. And there was just kind of like Well, okay, yeah, you're fine. Take a hike. It was just it was so frustrating.
Was he actually choking on something? And did
We
did
don't
your mom get it
know.
out before you went to the doctor's office, or just immediately let's go to the doctor's
No,
office?
it was let's go, but we don't know if he was choking on something because nothing ever came out. Like I was just smacking his back, and I don't know if his airway was blocked. It was just odd. We still don't know what happened,
But
but it was really scary.
yeah, terrifying as well, especially if it's your younger brother and you see, look over, he's turning blue and choking. You don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's really like all time stops, like your friend said. Patrick, good morning. Have you ever saved someone's life?
Didn't save his life. What I did was he was outside of Sunrise Hospital and he was on the ground. He was completely unconscious. You could tell because his arms were in the air. Try to see what was wrong with him. I said, sir, are you awake? And he gave me no sign. I gave him a sternum rub, which means you take your knuckle and you rub it on their chest to get like any kind of emotion. There wasn't anything happening. So then I started compressions, and the emergency personnel came out and started helping and took him inside.
Wow, but if it wasn't for you, you probably added some extra seconds to let the professionals do their job, which is really awesome. And a lot of people would just stand there or just walk away. So the fact that you were proactive is really awesome, Patrick. Nice job.
Sternum rub. Yeah, I got to take these classes with Laura. Learn how to do CPR.
It's nice to have that. Like you take it so you don't have to. So hopefully you don't have to use it. But if the opportunity comes up, you're prepared. I just, like I said, I've never had to use it in person, but I'm so scared if there's ever an opportunity because I don't want to freeze up. I know how I am. And I'll be like, I know what I can do, but I can't do it.
Someone's calling me. I gotta go. No, you would step in. I think the natural instincts would come out, and you'd be fantastic. 8 o'clock hour. Don't forget, next hour, 8:25. There's tickets for you to go see Blackpink. These are win them before you can buy them tickets.
Big 94.1 presents Spring Fling. A night of music you won't forget. Saturday, April 29th at the theater at Virgin Hotels.
We have a birthday in the 7 a.m. social club.
Ooh.
Jan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jan's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Jan.
It's Jan Chella. Happy birthday.
Yes, that's awesome. I love that we are both in April, so close to each other.
And we have a mystery guest for Jan.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
The mystery guest is Kelly.
Hey.
Kelly!
That would be fun to send them both links to join us on the 7 a.m. social.
Oh, that's funny. Happy birthday. Tomorrow is Marcella.
Yeah, I need to.
Oh, Jan wanted me to show a picture of a doppelganger of yours that I think her husband works with.
Oh, really?
It looks like you could be his older brother. Let me find it. She messaged me it. Different hairstyle, but the features are there. It's so funny. I'm trying to find it, Jan. Oh, I found it.
You send it to me. You pop it up.
I'm waiting for Mercedes to get here so she can
Okay.
comment on it too.
You pop it up on the screen, or?
I could. I have to send it to myself if that's the case.
Oh.
Let me do it now because I have some time. JC's doppelganger. I totally see it. Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, I'm not gonna send it yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna send it to Mercedes and you at the same time. And she gets back. We have the screen ready too. Yes, the viewers can see as well once Mercedes gets back. Um,
Marcella.
Marcella, la la.
Oh,
Okay, so his name is David. We're getting some background on him. And he works with Jan's husband, Andrew. Right,
Do it.
Jan?
doing what?
I think he's a manager. Let me see.
I had some guy at the gym who came up and told me I look like just like his best friend.
No way.
Yeah. And this guy is a plumber. The guy at the gym. His name's Roman.
Oh, okay.
And
You
he's
look
like,
like a
you
plumber?"
look like just like my best friend. I'm like, oh, okay. And
What
then
did
they
you
said I look like the guy from The Bachelor a couple seasons ago. We talked about it on the air. I remember I was at a horse show with Laura, and this mom and this is in California, mom and a daughter were sitting there just like staring at me. And I'm like, why are these people staring at me? And the girl
Awkward, right?
Yeah, the girl walked up and she goes, "Are you him?" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "The Bachelor." I'm like, "No, that's not me."
That's awesome. You were mistaken for a bachelor, JC.
It was a guy. No, it was like the so it was the Bachelorette because there was a bunch of different
Oh.
guy contestants. And I think the show was still on because I remember like Laura was with me, so I'm like, I think I had my arm around her or something like that. So when she came up, I was like, wouldn't it be weird if I am on the Bachelorette, but I'm with some other girl?
Oh, that would be
You
weird.
know?
I wonder who they thought you looked like.
I'll have to look it up because I got it a lot that season.
What year was this?
Oh, 2018 maybe?
Okay.
2019?
2019, maybe. Okay. Is it Becca, when Becca was the Bachelorette? This group picture is kind of tough. I'm seriously going through every single Bachelorette,
No, I'm trying to find posts too.
staring at them.
I even Googled JC Mix 94.1 Bachelorette. I think we did a side by side.
Yeah.
For some reason, though, a picture. I think when you joined the show, I found you and we're all pointing at you. Like it's Jocelyn, me, Mercedes, and you're in the center. We're all,
I
like,
know.
pointing- we're
That
all
was our
pointing at
first
you.
group picture.
You know what it was?
Yeah, that was the first day, my first day.
Yeah, look at that.
That was a
There
good
she is.
She's new. Okay, Mercedes is back. So Jan sent me a picture of a JC's doppelganger, and I want you guys to see it and let me know what you think.
I
So
haven't
in
seen
my
it yet.
opinion, the hair, but if you zoom in, you could see it. So I texted it to you guys, and then I'll show it
Yeah.
on the screen as well.
Okay.
Whew.
Share screen entire.
Oh my God. The face. Totally. Nothing else but the face.
I need those glasses.
Yes.
I wish you could zoom into it because
Let me see. Oh,
oh my God. That's nuts.
the beard, check. The eyes, check. facial, the way that it's shaped, check. Hair, not check.
Wait, let me.
Maybe that's JC's hair without product, though.
Yeah.
Is that you without product, JC?
Hold on. Don't put me on the screen yet. Hold on 1 second. Let me get into character.
Okay, hold
Oh
on. I'm
my
gonna
God.
remove you.
With your glasses, for sure, that is you.
Let me know when you're ready, JC. Oh my God, he's reenacting the whole thing right now. You ready? JC's ready? And boom. Let me see if I can do a bigger one of JC.
A side
Oh,
by
no,
side.
no, a side by side. Let me see. How do I do this? Ah, where are you? Okay, and then where's my screen? I haven't done this before.
Here, do
Okay.
a side. If I let me zoom in and then put me and JC as
Oh, yeah,
a
there you
side
go.
by side.
Okay, I'm gonna remove. I think I got this. I got this.
Wait. Oh, my glass, the glare of my glasses.
That was awesome.
Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
That's your little brother.
I found John, my brother John, has so many doppelgangers. There's one though where it's like, I don't know, I found it, but it's someone's wedding photo and he's kissing his bride. It looks just like John. It's so eerie. I sent it to my family text a few months ago. Everyone's like, "What? Who is this?" It's John.
Cheater. Caught red-handed.
I got to think of a way to tell what happened yesterday in an abbreviated way, because it's just like there's so many like little details that led up to what happened that was so embarrassing. And feel free to jump in while I'm telling it, because I don't want to like just have it be me continuously for like 3 minutes. If you have questions, I notice when I tell stories, sometimes I just go on and I don't give anyone a chance to jump in. I'm like, I don't want it to be like that.
Do you want to talk about briefly how you teased it in the Hot 3 to the 7 a.m. social?
Something happened to me yesterday at work over at the TV station. That was probably one of the most mortifying things ever. And it has to do with my underwear. And I just wanted to go home. I was like, I'm done.
Oh no.
It happened right before we went on the air.
Oh boy.
And so the opening break, I think I'm sweating. You can see how flustered I am. I was just like, I couldn't breathe. I felt so out of breath. It was so funny.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Did you address it on the show?
Yes, but not specifically.
Oh,
I mentioned Rocky was like, you can't I go, well, there's some behind the scenes stuff happening. And she's like, you can't say it on the air. And she started laughing. And I was like, I won't say it, but I will say there was a wardrobe malfunction right before we went on.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and that's all I said.
I'm nervous for you. It already happened.
It was awful. I'm fine now. It's only my pride that hurts, Melissa.
It's time for the Daily Dirt on Mix 94.1.
did we do anything special like the city of Las Vegas when Taylor Swift came to town?
We lit those lights up off of Sahara, or is it Charleston and Las Vegas Boulevard? Oh no, Charleston and Las Vegas Boulevard that say like Las Vegas, and they have those like things.
Oh, isn't it Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard? Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's didn't I say that? I
Then
said
he said- then he
Sahara,
said
then Charleston,
Charleston.
and then I went back to Sahara.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all we did. And maybe the welcome to Las Vegas sign too. I'm not sure.
Well, the Houston Humane Society is celebrating Taylor Swift's concert this weekend by reducing cat adoption fees to $13 all week. The promotion is for cats that have lived in the shelter for 30 days or more. Taylor Swift, she loves cats and she loves the number 13. And then the stadium she's performing in will be renamed NRG Stadium, Taylor's version, in honor of her concert.
Our friends at they're at a station in Houston. The station's called KRBE. They're changing the name of their station to Tay RBE.
So smart.
I thought it was so cute. We
We
should
could-
have done that. Tay MXB. Why didn't we
Yes!
do that?
We could have done so much more.
I know.
Everyone's talking about this stuff. The actress Emma Laird, am I saying her last? Do you know who she is?
Emma Laird.
Laird.
Emma.
Laird. Laird.
Oh yeah, she's on that what's oh no, she's not the person I thought she was.
Well, Swifties went after her, after Emma, after she posted a picture of Taylor's ex-boyfriend, Joe Alwyn. It was a candid of Joe riding a scooter and smiling. It got so bad that she turned off comments on that photo, but then the Swifties went to her other pictures and started making mean comments. Turns out the picture was part of a photo dump, and Joe was included because the two are working on a movie together.
Oh, okay. So she's an actress.
Yes, and once Swifties realized this, that it wasn't like throwing shade at Taylor or making a move on Joe, that it was actually just they worked together on a movie, they started apologizing.
Imagine though being attacked by a whole fandom, and it happens all the time. Like the Beehive will go after people if they say anything bad about her. Taylor's, Swifties will do it. Rihanna's Navy will do it. You got to be careful.
They're passionate.
Yeah.
Very passionate. Speaking of passionate fans, let's talk about BTS. And Suga has teased his next music video for the song. How do you see the song? Hagum?
I don't know. I don't want to disrespect the language.
Well, you don't know how to say the name?
I don't. Not the name of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry if I disrespected the language.
Oh
was
no, I
trying to
don't
say
think
it.
you did. I'm not saying you did. I don't want you to come to me for the correct
Oh, I thought maybe
pronunciation.
the BTS expert. I thought you maybe heard the song or something.
I've heard the song. I've heard clips of the song, but I don't know how to say it properly.
Okay, the song that starts with the letter H is off his upcoming solo album, D-Day, which is also being released on Friday. Here's a little snippet of the song.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I like it. I just am very picky on. There was a song he did with IU called "People Part 2." I know how to pronounce.
All
that
right, there
one.
you go. There you go. Kelly Clarkson took her audience on a journey during yesterday's show, as she did she's got her karaoke, and people are talking about she did a cover of Journey's song "Faithfully." Here is how that sounds.
That's her covers are awesome. She is just so talented. Oh my gosh.
What a voice, right? What a gift that she has.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
Next hour, tickets to go see Blackpink. Win in before you can buy them. Tickets to see Blackpink, and then you kind of teased this earlier in the show. The issue you had yesterday.
Yeah, it was probably one of the most awkward, cringy moments I've ever had. And I've had quite a few of them, but I really was completely mortified. And this all happened within 5 minutes of us going on the air at the TV station. If you watched Las Vegas Now at all yesterday, at the very beginning, you'll see my face. I was just in complete shock. I was sweating. I was out of breath. It was a mess. I'll tell you guys what happened coming up next. Did James Corden get called out because of the Blackpink karaoke where he said that they were like the first group to hit #1 or something? And I think he forgot the word girl group. So it was just group. Was that the reason? I'm just curious. Because I saw that and I thought the same thing. I was like, wait a second. Okay. Yeah. I was like, they were not the first. First girls, maybe, but not the first. Oh, we did. I'm gonna go see.
Did you watch that carpool karaoke?
I did. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I felt bad for Jisoo. I felt like they didn't let her participate very much, and she was just kind of stuck back there, and they didn't really focus on her. And I love her. I just was kind of bummed about that.
She's cute.
She has such. I think she has. Well, I don't want to say the best, but she's got one of the stronger voices, singing voices.
Mm-hmm.
I should have an L, but I don't think I can sit on it. Lisa's cool, Melissa. I totally can see why.
Oh yeah, Lisa bias for sure.
I think she's wrecking my bias. I was Jenny, but I feel like I'm drifting more to her now. Okay, let's see. Where's his
Oh, I found it.
Oh, where is it?
It's on the Late Late Show.
Oh,
Tweeter,
Late Late Show.
Tweeter.
Tweeter.
I'll send it to you. So we made a mistake in our Blackpink carpool karaoke last night. We wrongly gave James a card to read that said Blackpink were the first K-pop group to land at #1 on the US album charts. When that honor belongs to BTS, Blackpink were, of course, the first female. Yep. Sorry for the mix-up.
Yeah, you should be sorry.
You should be sorry. Get those facts right.
Well, I'm glad they at least addressed it.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one dance move that Lisa does in Money, where you know that part where she goes twerking, twerking.
Yes.
When she does that thing with her leg, I love that dance move. It's so cute.
I want to memorize that whole entire thing before the concert.
It's Mercedes in the Morning, Mix 94.1.
This traffic moment is brought to you by Taste Buds Creole Kitchen, home of the best mac and cheese.
I'm John Barr, and here's the latest conditions from Infinity Toyota Traffic Center. We've got 2 fatal accident investigations happening and closures because of them. One has the airport connector blocked between Russell and the airport tunnel. The other has Durango closed between Osablocka and Elkhorn. Mitch Kelly with your Time Saver Traffic.
Louisiana dining alive at Taste Buds Creole Kitchen, home of celebrity chef Trish. Experience mouth-watering creations like gumbo, oxtail, and lobster mac greens.
What happened to you at work that completely mortified you? I think this might be in my top 5 embarrassing moments of all time, because it's just you can't write this stuff. Yesterday, after our show and after we got some stuff done around here, JC and I both do the show Las Vegas Now on Channel 8. It comes on at 3:00 in the afternoon, and we had to do a training session for some new software we're going to be using, and we signed up for the same time, which was 12:15. And so I ran out of here because I had to host the show yesterday. So I ran out of here. I ran home. I grabbed like my makeup and I grabbed a couple of dresses. I didn't know what I was going to wear. And I went over there. So I was there probably at like 11:45, and the show starts at 3. So we had the training before, and then I would change, and then I would do the show. So I just went in street clothes. You and I were both in street clothes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't anything fancy. And so we get there, we do the training, everything's great. I go through my scripts for the show, and then it's time to get dressed for the show. So I go and I do my makeup. You got to wear a lot of extra makeup for TV. And then I go to get dressed. I try to decide which dress I want. I had a navy blue one. I have a flower one. I put on the navy blue, and I'm like, this is fine. And I always wear Spanx. And the reason I wear it is twofold. The first reason, obviously, get everything smooth and looking right. So Spanx is a must. The second reason I wear Spanx is because we wear this thing in our ear called an IFB, and we wear a microphone. And when I wear those, I clip them to my Spanx. That way they don't fall out, and that's just what you do. Well, guess who forgot her Spanx yesterday?
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Because you were rushed, went right in your street clothes. Okay, no Spanx.
That's an issue.
Oh yeah, where are you to hook your stuff?
Exactly. I just had on my underwear. So I'm like,
and that's the stuff that the 2 packs that you're putting on, they're not light. There's some weight to them too. For guys, you just hook them into your belt or your pants. It's super easy, but there's weight to them. They're not something light. So I could see you wearing Spanx or something with elastic underneath it.
You have
to really hold them in place.
Even if you don't need Spanx, you have to wear something like that, or boy shorts or whatever. They have the strap thing that goes around your leg that you can use, but I don't like those because then you can still see like the box, like under your dress.
Yeah, in the social club.
So I'm freaking out. I text Matt. I'm like, Matt, I forgot my Spanx. Can you bring me some Spanx, please? And he's like, I don't think I can get there in time. At this point, it's like 2:20 and the show starts at 3. I'm like, please. So he gets in the car with my Spanx. What an awesome husband. And I'm watching him on Life 360. I'm like, is he going to make it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. In the meantime, I'm just kind of, I've got my underwear on and that's it. So he gets there. It's like 8 minutes before the show. I run out. I grab my Spanx. I rush it to put them on. And in the meantime, I put them on in the studio behind everything because I didn't have time to go to the bathroom. I put them on and I had my underwear in my hand. And this is where everything just went wrong. I walk back to the studio and there's some clients there that are going to be on the show. And the salesperson is like, Mercedes, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, this is Mercedes. And he goes to put his hand out to shake it. And my underwear is in.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
I'm holding my underwear. And I'm like looking at him like, hi. And I don't know what to do because if I make it obvious and put it in the other hand, he's going to be like,
it's in your right hand and he's put his hand out to shake your hand right there. Uh-huh.
And so I'm holding my underwear and I'm like, hello. And I'm like, do I just pat him on the, what do I do? So I like put my hands down, I switched the hands, and one of our interns saw me switch the hands and she's like, do you have something in your hand? Do you want me to take it? And I was like, no,
be quiet.
And so I shake his hand. She goes, here, let me take it. I'm like, no, you don't want what's in my hand. She's like, no, it's fine. You got to go on the air. Let me take it. I'm like, absolutely not. So I run into the studio. And I'm holding my underwear as the show's beginning to start. I'm like, I got to get rid of this. I can't just throw it. I have a host here with me. So I like cross my legs and I put it in between my legs. And I swear you could see a little part of my underwear.
Oh my gosh. Even the show starts, you need your hands and everything. You can't be holding the underwear.
I'm like tucking it in. I'm like, oh no. It was so mortifying. So after we go to commercial, I try to get up really slyly to put it in my bag so no one sees. And of course, on my way, I drop it. And
oh my gosh.
I don't think anyone saw. But there's my underwear just sitting on the studio floor. I'm like so embarrassed. I don't think anyone saw me drop it. I just threw it in there. But when he wanted to shake my hand, when I have underwear in my hand, I felt the world stop. I just almost got sick to my stomach.
It's something to, how do you respond? Oh, I heard, my hand's wet or something. I get that before. I always came out of the bathroom, my hand's wet. Sorry. What are you supposed to say? Oh, I got my underwear.
Sorry, I have a underwear.
Panties.
Here are my panties if you want to see them.
And then the intern too, how sweet. Just, trying to help out at the same time. Like,
Jake,
get out of here. Shoot. I don't need you to take my underwear.
Could you imagine if I would have given it to her? Oh, yes, thank you. She's like,
hold this, kid. What is this?
Oh my gosh, it was the worst. I wanted to cry. After that, I was just not right. I was not right. I was in a daze. I don't even remember the show.
And that comes up fast too. I mean, all of a sudden you're sitting down the street, and then if you have it in your hands, like, okay, wait, 30 seconds. Okay, well, you don't have time to get up and put it somewhere. And the way the seats are set up, there used to be a waste bin because we used to have a table.
Yeah.
Like an actual, like almost like a dining room table we'd sit behind. And now it's a coffee table and we sit a little bit higher. So you see everything. It's hard to hide stuff with that coffee table.
Oh, it's really hard to hide it. And like when I was trying to hide it between, with my legs crossed underneath the crossed leg, I was like, "Oh gosh, I think it might be showing. I'm freaking out." And luckily, I don't think it did completely. If it did, it was very minimal and you couldn't tell because
Uh-huh.
my underwear was actually the same color as my dress.
Oh,
So
perfect. That
it
works out
worked
well.
out well. It worked out
Oh
well.
my gosh, what a story.
I mean,
What a situation too.
part
What
of
were-
me thinks like, what if I would have forgotten it was in my hand and I did go to shake his hand, and then all of a sudden he has my underwear, and he's like, "Well, what kind of message are you sending?
Yeah, what's this
Hey,
mean? Hey, okay.
talk to me after the show."
What
When
would happen if you wouldn't have got Spanx? Could you hook the stuff on your underwear? There's no way you could have done
There's
that.
no way, it's too
Yeah.
heavy. They did give me the backup strap thing to put on my leg and then clip him on there. So I did have an out if if he didn't make it in time, but he did. So happy it did.
Underwear made it home, didn't fall out like as you're walking out of Channel 8, like down the hallway or something. Like, oh no.
No, it made it in my bag. It was just mortifying. I did not. And oh yeah, I will never forget my Spanx again, ever.
Backup Spanx, leave them at the TV station.
Do you guys know, you as men, how lucky you are that you don't have to deal with that stuff when you wear, like, with the dresses and stuff? You just clip it onto your pants. You're fine.
Oh, it's super easy. And same when you talk
Oh.
about the makeup stuff. Yeah, I put makeup on as well, but I just put like a little quick foundation, some powder, and it takes me maybe 60, maybe 2 minutes to do makeup. Is that my alarm? Sorry.
It's been going off a lot. We were on the 7 a.m. social, and I'm like, where is that alarm?
Yeah, it was my
coming
alarm. Then
from?
I didn't turn it off. I hit the snooze button. So
Oh,
that's why it went
okay.
off again. Yeah. So then as far as like clipping the stuff right into our pants, the belt, and same with the mic is super easy because if you're wearing a suit jacket, it just clips right to your jacket. You have a dress, you have to go under the dress. It's a process for you ladies.
Yeah, it's a whole big thing, but I will never, ever, ever forget those Spanx again. I
Birthday
guarantee
present,
it.
extra Spanx that you can have on the standby.
I actually was wearing the Skims. I love the Skims. Steph, have you ever tried Skims before? Yes. Well, your birthday's next.
Yes.
You're coming up in May. It's tourist season.
Yes. Do you have the nude Skims or the black Skims?
They were nude.
I
They
want
were
the nude ones.
Yeah. Maybe I will get them for you. I didn't know you really wanted
Yeah.
them.
Hot Three's up next. What do you have for us?
Flight delays, they have soared to a 10-year high. Why is this happening? We're going to talk about that. Also, what stores do the generations love? What stores do boomers love, millennials, Gen X, Gen Z? We're going to talk about the favorites there. And then also, we're going to talk about how you can now wear wearable alcohol. Now, I know a lot of people think that, perfume is just alcohol, but this is an alcohol that you can drink and then put on your wrists to smell good. We're going to tell you all about it coming up next in the Hot 3.
Hold that thought. More of Mercedes in the Morning will be right back on Mix 94.1.
Was it a client that you also deal with at the radio station or just a TV client?
No, it's just a TV client, thankfully. I didn't even do the interview with them either. They were just introducing me.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Jan. I should have some emergency Spanx in my car. I didn't even think about doing that. I'm going to do that today. Thank you.
Blackpink in your area.
Wow. Jan, you're timeless.
What are you doing for your birthday, Jan? Working. Any
Aw.
plans this weekend? Like dinner, VGK game tonight?
Oh my God, they have to win tonight.
I
Are you going to
know.
go with your friend?
No, I can't. Sophie's coming in tonight.
Oh, nice.
That's right. What time does she come in? Not too late,
Mm.
right?
I think she gets in at like 6:30 or something.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has no class on Fridays, right?
What's Thursday? Oh yeah, but she,
as
yeah,
far
she
as
doesn't
tomorrow,
have,
don't have to worry about class.
yeah.
Classes in college on Fridays are the worst. The worst. I remember I had like a late afternoon one too, like at 3. Never went.
A Friday afternoon class at 3?
It was
Oh,
the worst, right?
yeah.
I mean, I'd get it if it was like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't go. And I did go. I would go, but I wasn't like consistent. And then I ended up having to retake that class because I didn't get a sufficient grade and I needed it as a prereq for my major.
Sophie's all excited. She is declaring her major today.
No kidding.
Wait, what is it?
Finance.
Ooh.
Hey, great for her.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool because they don't let the freshmen declare a major until actually I think they let them starting in March, and she just couldn't decide. So she was all last night. She's like, guess what? I'm declaring my major tomorrow. And I was like, oh, what are you going to do? And she's like, finance. I'm like, oh, that's great. You can apply that in so many different areas.
What's the writing thing that you said? Did we talk about that on the air in the social club? The award she's getting, or
Well,
or
we
is
don't
she-
know if she's
Yeah,
getting
but
an
she's
award.
been invited to the place, right? Like the Oscars. Please come.
Yeah, well, one of her professors like pulled her aside and was like, your writing is just amazing. And she asked her to apply for a job in the writing center. So she got the job. So now people make appointments with her and she helps them with their papers and stuff. She was telling
No
me the other
kidding.
day, she got like a grown man, like a 30-year-old guy that made an appointment with her. And she's like, the paper he wrote was really good. I just offered him some ideas on the ending and how to wrap it up. And he made the changes and it was great. And like, she just loves it. But then she also asked her to submit, there were 2 papers she wrote for this class, and she asked her to submit both of them for publication in some journal, and then the other one was for an award, a creative writing award. And so she got an invitation from that contest to come to their ceremony, and she's like, do you think they would invite me if I lost? I'm like, I don't think so.
No, yeah. Well, one thing they
Yeah.
wouldn't, right?
When is it?
I think it's next week. Yeah, it is next week. I don't know what day.
That's awesome. Hopefully she gets one.
Yeah, if not, I think she'll be fine. But she was just like, should I go? I'm like, yes, you should go.
I'm going to San Diego the 12th of May or something like that. Some Friday in May. The 12th of May through the 14th for James's sister is graduating from SDSU with her doctorates.
Oh my gosh, that's
Wow.
amazing.
I know. I
Doctorates.
you can't go any higher than that, girl. I said you need to chill out.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, good for her.
So she
What'd she study?
She studied education, but this is the thing. So she's a full-time director at a community college in San Jose. And then she is online doing her doctorates.
Wow.
So I'm like, I know she's so stressed out right now. And I guess what's it called when they graduate from their doctorates? We have it in our calendar. Not like a capstone class, but something that they present at the end of the semester.
Oh, yeah.
Your thesis?
Dissertation.
Dissertation. Okay.
Her dissertation's online on the 9th. So I was messing with her. So on the 9th is her dissertation of May, and then the 12th she graduates. And I'm like, what's gonna happen if they don't like your dissertation?
Oh.
They're just not gonna make you walk on the 12.
Oh my gosh, that would be awful.
But I was just kind of like joking around with her just to get her, to lighten up. She goes, "Oh my God, imagine." I'm like, "You're going to do great." They've been working on this like 200-page dissertation for like 3 years or something whenever they started.
Did you have to do one for communications, Mercedes, at UNLV?
No, it
Something
was
like that.
it was just my bachelor's, so I didn't have to do anything like that. I thought about going for my master's, and there's just like a whole bunch of stuff you got to do. I was like, I can't dedicate the time right now. One day I'd like to go back and try to get my master's.
That was me. I thought I wanted to do my master's in communication at State. And they were saying, you have to teach. The thing that drew me in was teaching freshmen their intro to communication class. And then they were telling me everything else. I'm like, maybe this isn't for me.
You'd be great as a teacher, teaching a class, intro class in communications.
Fun. Be super fun.
You just reminded me. Brooklyn asked me last night, are you still dancing?
In the shower.
That's what I said. I go, I think like on her own, but not at a place. And she's like, when she did dance, or no, she asked if you were teaching, is what she asked.
Oh, okay.
And then she goes, did she ever teach? And I go, yeah, I think she taught somewhere in town. And she goes, was it Prodigy? It wasn't Prodigy, was it?
I took classes at Prodigy. Yeah.
Okay, because one of her friends dances there, and she showed me the video, and I go, I recognize that background.
Yes.
So maybe she did. Yeah.
That background, the black and white, like checkered.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes. In town, there are a few places, but I feel like Prodigy is the most like hip hop based type of style of dancing.
Wow.
I wonder who her friend is. Maybe I've seen her around.
I'll ask her. She told me last night, but I already forgot.
Would you get back into teaching stuff? Dance? Didn't you think about it?
I think so. I've actually been in this like not slump, but it's been so hard because San Diego was home and it was easy to like have my dance friends there. And then moving to Connecticut, I just kind of like fell off with the dancing. But I think now that since Las Vegas's dance community is much bigger than Connecticut's, at least, it makes me feel like I can try and get into it. But it's just so hard because I always compare myself to how I used to be. And that was like a full-time dancer, dancing 40 hours a week. And my lifestyle's changed a lot. So we'll see.
You're a good teacher.
Thanks.
I couldn't have body rolled if it wasn't for you.
I give you credit.
I'll always remember who taught me my body roll.
On your gravestone when you die, that girl that taught me the body roll, I owe it all to her.
Thanks for the body roll.
Melissa, I want to meet your kids. Let's take a dance class together.
Oh, that's cool. Your kids are so cute, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lisa. Happy birthday to your twins. I love sharing Earth birthdays. Anel, she did ask to come, but there's too much that's gonna be going on for Marcella, so I think I'll let her stay at home. But she did mention it.
It's time for the Hot 3 on Mix 94.1.
Okay, flight delays. They have soared to a 10-year high with more than a fifth of U.S. planes landing late in the last 12 months. There's this new data from the flight tracking platform FlightAware, and it shows that 21.4% of flights in the last year have been held up an average of 50 minutes. I believe this. I have never, ever experienced more delays flying these days than I ever have. It's just, I just expect my flight to be late because I can't remember last time I've gone on time somewhere.
Yeah, it's almost like the standard now to be late. And that app is really cool, FlightAware, and something. So Laura travels all the time for her job, and she was in Kansas City, and she always sends me her flight information. And then she got to the airport and just said delayed. It's like, oh, great. And so with that FlightAware, you obviously see where your plane is, but you can see the plane's prior flight path. So for her, it was delayed. I could see that the plane was coming from like, Texas to Kansas City. It was in the air. So I'm like, okay, at least the plane's in the air. It's not delayed at the last airport. It's on its way there. So that's a good sign. The plane's up in the air and coming your way. So hopefully once it lands, it'll just turn around and get you guys and go. But that's a really cool app to download.
What do you think about people who get up as soon as like they get to the gate, like stand up and block everybody?
Can't stand it.
I just the last flight I took, it was back to Vegas from Chicago, and the flight, we were on the tarmac, and then we come up to the gate, seatbelt sign goes off, and this guy from like 6 rows behind me stands up, and no one has been able to get up or get anything yet, stands up right away and walks all the way to the front, like just while the thing was empty, walks all the way to the front. And I'm like, where's he going? And someone said, he's like, the doors aren't even open yet. And he's like, well, I don't want to get trapped back here. And I was just like, that's so rude. If you have a connecting flight, I get it. But it sounded like he just wanted to get out before everyone else.
Yeah, the connecting flight's a whole different thing. And I do like it when I was on a flight and the flight attendants made an announcement saying, when we land, there's 6 people on this plane that have to get off immediately.
Yes.
They have to right away. So no one stand up except the 6 passengers that are moving on. And the plane lands, and Mercedes, they kept announcing over and over and over. Plane lands. There's still a ton of people that stood up. And the flight attendants like, please, if you're not part of the 6 that need to get off immediately, sit back down. And the part of the 6 that were in the back, they're like, excuse us. It's like they said it over and over, but people still, no, I got to get off first. It's like, calm down. Let these people get off and catch their flight.
I wonder, just to give people the benefit of the doubt, how many of them had AirPods in? Because that's one thing I noticed when I have my AirPods in, and then like Matt will nudge me and I'm like, what? He goes, they said to put your tray tables up. I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't hear them. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you're probably right. They probably just think they're more important than anyone else. By the way, that guy that walked all the way to the front of the plane, I ended up on the tram with him. I'm like, you didn't get very far. That didn't help you very much. Also this morning, so do you have a store brand that you really like, or a store that you always shop at? I guess this is more predictable than people think. Over the course of the year, just about everyone in the US will eventually buy something from one of the top retail brands at least once. But some people shop more frequently at certain stores than others. And to find out which types of shoppers of brands that shoppers preferred, they noticed a trend. Certain generations stopped at certain stores. So I'll give you the store and you tell me what generation you think shops there the most.
Like Gen X and millennials and stuff like that?
Gen X, millennials, boomers, and Gen Z. Okay. Dollar General.
I'm going to say Gen Z.
Actually, boomers tend to shop at Dollar General more frequently. They say that they give all the demographics of it, but they say their favorite products to buy at Dollar General are candy, chips, and sodas, and they prefer brands like Coca-Cola, Reese's, and Lay's. If my grandma ate that stuff, I would be like, excuse me, do you not have high sodium levels? Like, let's bring this down somewhere else. What about CVS?
Boomers as well then.
No, Gen X.
Really?
Yes. They say roughly half of U.S. shoppers shop at CVS, and their typical customer, which is a Gen X, white, college-educated city dweller earning a high income, tends to go there the most.
They pinpoint that stuff. Dang.
Yeah, they're really specific on it. Their favorite items to buy are candy, chocolate, and bottled water, and pain medication and cough remedies. There's so many on here, so I'm not going to go over all of them. Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, Gen X.
Millennials.
Oh.
In fact, a highly educated West Coast millennial woman.
All right, you go, girl.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. Gen Z.
That one, it's not specific, but it says a younger married college educated person earning over 80. So I would say it's probably Gen Z, maybe millennial, but somewhere in the middle. How about Home Depot?
Boomers.
No, it's Gen X.
Oh, Gen X.
He said it's like a 45-year-old white man with a college degree shopping there. And then last, Costco.
Boomers.
Millennials are shopping at Costco.
Boomers only go to Dollar General, I guess.
I guess that's the only place they're going.
Mhm.
All right, finally this morning, if you're looking for a new fragrance to wear on the town to work or just to pick up the kids from school, you wouldn't normally think about spraying yourself down with gin, but now you can. There's a company that has just unveiled a new product called Sylvan Mist, which is the world's the world's first wearable perfume gin. They describe it as a woodsy unisex scent combining violet leaf, chamomile flowers, juniper, citrus, and boronia flowers. And it smells like fresh cut grass, kiwi skin, and honeydew melon. Even better, it was created to be drinkable, meaning that you can make yourself a cocktail and then alternate spritzing your cocktail and your neck with it. It's a potent 151 proof.
Oh gosh, it's gasoline.
Yeah, it's not intended to be the base in your drink. It's like a spray garnish that you put onto the drink afterwards. They suggest spraying it on aviation. I've never had that, or the cocktail bee's knees. It's going to be available for $80 a bottle starting May 9th. If you want some perfume / cocktail spray.
But then that spray is 150 proof.
151 proof.
Matt, it's like a mouth spray. Jeez, get your fix right there.
Or what if someone's like kissing you on your neck and stuff, and then they're drunk all of a sudden?
8 o'clock hour. Those tickets for you to see Blackpink. That happens at 8:25.
Broadcasting live from the Finley Chevrolet Studios. This is KMXB-FM and HD1 Henderson, Las Vegas. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Do you think we'll need a song here, JC?
Yeah, actually, maybe we do. This be what?
The thing though is we were in that same situation a couple days ago, and it's the
Yeah.
same song, Blinding Lights, The Weekend, unless you guys want to do it again here
What hour did you drop that from?
today at 7:30. But didn't we do that same thing, same hour?
Yeah, I think so. I can find another.
The shorter song be nice. Since songs can end at like 58.
Okay, so how long does that
Maybe like a 2-minute song or something like that. 2 or 3. I did the legal into it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. What song did I drop earlier? Oh, that's too long.
Is that Sublime Santeria's drop song we did earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis, Hand in My Pocket we dropped.
Do you want to use one of those, or do you want me to find a totally?
Do you want to use? I can do it with Santeria's a song we dropped. You do that one, or Atlantis, Hand in My Pocket.
If either of those fit time-wise, that's fine.
Yeah,
You
do
want
your preference.
Sublime?
Both, the Santeria is the shorter one. Probably do that one.
Okay. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to be back, guys. We have Judge Your Friends coming up in about 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys in a few. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Steph has got to turn this off.